Hey everybody, welcome back to another Classics Are Better. I'm Travis, and today we're back on my old 66 C10 I call Bandit. So far you guys have seen me LS swap this thing, drop it, put it on 22s, and I most recently did my faux patina paint job on here. Now it's time to keep on keeping on, guys. And what that means is the interior needs some loving. So check this out. This is where we're starting at. I'll show you guys some pictures of what it used to look like. So this is how the interior was before I had to tear into it when I was doing the LS swap, just to kind of get everything running or whatever. So you can see I had to rip away some carpet and take the gauge cluster out so I could kind of start working on my Dakota digital stuff. Let's get all this old stuff out so we can get all the new stuff in. So got that old carpet yanked out. Floor's not looking too crazy horrible, so it definitely looks like it used to be like a floor shift truck at some point in time, because that's kind of patched up poorly. Got a little patch over there. Got a little uh-oh right there. Everything back here seems to be pretty solid. I still need to get this all ripped off and we'll see. So this was interesting. The middle seat belt was like a Ford seat belt. Not sure what's up with that. Some stuff I can ignore, like this little patch panel right here. It's kind of meh. It's gonna be under the carpet, so who cares, right? But this, that does not look so good. So I probably will put a kick panel here with a speaker at some point, but that's just still, that's no bueno. So I am gonna cut this out and try and do a little patchy. Won't be perfect, but it'll be a whole lot better than that. I'm not a big metal guy, but I was able to rig up this little patch right here. So plan is to cut this out, clean it up some. I will get this in essentially like that, burn it in there, do very minimal body work because who cares, it's right here, and we'll keep on keeping on. Let's go. Good news, so I got that pretty much burned in as good as it's gonna get. I got the floor pretty much prepped. Everything's taped up and ready to go. So what I'm gonna do now is lay down some like that black rust encapsulating spray paint and kind of just get a good base layer all over the floors. Let's go. Finished getting the floor painted up last night, so it is not the prettiest thing, but it's all rust encapsulated or whatever, so better than it was when I started. I got everything taped up and foiled up and scuffed up and cleaned. I got everything out that I could get out, got the headliner down, everything I think is ready to go. Just in case you guys are curious, so the reason I didn't tape off any of the inside door panel here, like the door card, was because I actually have a cover for this that I got. So I'm going to take this all off and cover it and paint the handles and all that kind of stuff anyway. So I wasn't going to waste my time. If I get a little overspray on there, no big deal. Time to put some gunmetal gray on here. I am going with this Rust-Oleum matte metallic gunmetal gray. So hopefully this turns out pretty good. Wish me luck, my friends. Got everything done up. Doors looking good, dash, everything inside is still looking real nice. I didn't have any runs, I didn't have any real mess ups or anything like that with overspray, that kind of good stuff that you run into. I'm gonna go ahead and start spraying some satin clear on this, kind of lock it down and protect it a little bit. Got all the tape, got everything off. I now have a matte metallic gunmetal gray interior. No more burgundy. I'll grab this other light for you. Y'all can see it came out pretty darn good, y'all. So admittedly, I didn't really do the ceiling just because I have the headliner, so I'm gonna have that in there or whatever, but I think it all came out looking really good. Here you can kind of see I just followed the little metal fold line here is kind of my tape line to get everything looking nice and clean, and that way when the door's shut, you know, you can't see the gray in there. So I just like it because it looks all crazy, and then you open it up and boom, it's gonna look nice. Next thing on the list, guys, is going to be some sound deadening material to kind of stick to the floor in the back here where the gas tank used to be. I need to get this cleaned up before I put it down because it really needs to stick well. But essentially, it's kind of like I ended up with like a Dynamat or Killmat alternative. It was like an Amazon thing, but it was on sale and had good reviews. And then I got one of these rollers because once you stick it down, you got to smush it real good on there. So that you don't have any kind of gaps underneath. Well, I'm making a little bit of progress here, so I got a few pieces down. It's just kind of tedious because I got to cut out where the bolt holes and stuff stick up to just try and get it as flat as possible. But the idea kind of with the sound deadening is you kind of hear the here and then, so big difference there. And then again, it does give some heat resistance. All right, guys, so this is my dude Grayson, and he's going to help me finish out this sound deadening in the cab. If you can take this side, and what we're going to try and do is stick it where the top of this is perfectly lined up here, okay? So make sure you go all the way down flat. I think we're up just a little. Yeah. That looks pretty good over there. Tuck her down. Yeah. And use those muscles. Now roll it flat as you can.
I have really good flatness, so I'm just using it.
Oh yeah, no, that's the way to do it.
Oh, buddy, this is nice.
Yeah, roll it, my man. You got to roll it down there good.
Okay. As you're watching this is an ultimate good thing.
Here's the current state of the truck. So the carpet is sitting in there pretty well. It fit good. I still have to trim the edges or whatever, but no big deal. So I did make this custom mount for all of the Dakota digital module stuff out of an old license plate. Just bent it up. Right now I'm tackling this spaghetti wire mess, trying to get the HDX control box and all the assorted modules hooked up for the Dakota gauges. I've never installed Dakota gauges before, so I'm trying to use all the instructions and Google and all that fun stuff, but it's kind of tedious watching me do that. So once I get them hooked in and start testing them, I'll show you guys what's going on. Back on the truck, I have got most of the wiring done. So it turns out moving the truck around the shop with no steering wheel is a bit of a booger. So I ended up picking a nice Forever Sharp one up. Went going for the wood look here. I think it's gonna look pretty slick in the truck. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just turn on the battery power to it right now so you guys can see the gauges fire up, because I just have straight headers on this truck and you will not be able to hear a word I say if I turn it all the way on. Hear that fuel pump fire up? But yeah, I went with the mint green right now kind of look. I thought it looked kind of vintage but bright and kind of newish, I guess, at the same time. You can use your phone though, and you can pick all kinds of different colors for these things. So I'll start running through them later when I get it actually in there for you. Now I just need to get these headlights and taillights working. Suppose I could fire this thing up though and show you guys how it sounds. It ain't bad. Alright, let's give them a try. Light up in 3, 2, 1, brakes. Or not. Brakes. Turn signal. Oh. I love wiring. I'll be back. Let's try again. Alright, so no brake pedal. Brake pedal. Yeah. No brakes. Brakes. Heck yeah. Just some turn signal. Oh, flashing quick, but it's flashing. I'll take it. All right, so I think it's looking pretty sharp, y'all. I did keep the originals in case I decide to go back, but I think I'm gonna give these a chance for a while. They look pretty good with the Resto Mod theme that I'm doing. Let's see if they light up. Oh, we have light. That is a lot brighter than stock. Now, I did rig it up. I'm still working on the turn signal bulbs and stuff, but I put the halos on a separate independent wire here, and I am going to hook those up to a switch inside the cab, And that way I can have halos when I want them, and when I don't, it'll just, you know, look like a normal headlight or whatever. Time to start getting all the stereo stuff hooked up. So again, I can get the dash all put back together and finish the interior here. Normally your antenna is on the other side of the truck, on the passenger side, but mine already has a hole right here, even though it's all gnarly. But so I'm gonna go ahead and stick it on this side. Wish me luck. For speakers, I got this really rad set of 6.5-inch Pioneer 300-watt speakers and a big kick panel. So I'll go right down to the side. Now I need to paint these kick panels gray like the interior of the truck, but having both of these hooked up should have some nice boom booms going on, you know. Well, good news, got the kick panels all painted up, got the bezels painted to match with my kind of copper look or whatever. Bad news is they don't fit that well in the truck, so I am gonna have to figure out a way to secure these. I am just gonna screw them on discreetly as I can, but just use some metal screws. And to do that, all I could find was some black ones, so I'm gonna get custom with it. If you ever need screws to match, just make them yourself. Look at that, guys. Now I have some gunmetal screws. Oh yeah. All right, my youngest Parker is gonna help us put on the second coat. All right, buddy. You spray it down there, squeeze that trigger. Yeah, good job. Good job. Yeah, boy, gets a thumbs up from me. Look good to you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Got the kick panels in, not looking so bad for having to screw it in there. Same thing on the driver's side. The only issue I'm noticing over here that kind of stinks is that these big 6.5-inch speakers kind of blocks my high beam switch over here. So I might have to relocate that, or just have to tilt my foot all crazy or something. But anyway, did not anticipate that, but I think it's looking pretty good. Now to get the actual stereo in. So it is on. It's actually rotating through colors, which I didn't know I could pick a color for it. So that's kind of cool, since I can do it with my Dakota gauges too. So I can freshen it up whenever I feel like it. It is working through both of the kick panels. I realized testing it out that I can't actually record it for you guys because of copyright issues, but it works and I'm pretty pumped about it. Time to keep getting this thing back together. It got late on a guy, so I'm gonna call it for tonight. I'll be back out tomorrow. We'll get after it. It's the next day, y'all. Let's knock this thing out. Tell you what, guys, I think it really came out clean. I am very pleased with my color swap choices. Finally got a radio in here, got my awesome Dakota digital gauges. Pretty much all the wires are loomed up and taken care of from that crazy rat's nest I was working with. It's just looking pretty good. So I do need to get me a solution on the inside of my glove box, get the seats and everything in here, get the sun visors and the headliner back in, but I'm gonna say color swap a success. So I think we made a lot of progress. Like going from all the old carpet, non-working gauges, no radio, nastiness everywhere, maroon everywhere you look, to the new hotness. The gray looks awesome. I'm digging the copper on the inside too. The Dakota digital gauges are legit. I mean, they cost a lot, so they better be, right? But they are awesome. I'm not disappointed with them. Everything just looks so fresh. So I'm gonna end this video with where we're at on the interior. In the next one, when we come back, I got a interior kit far as like a bench cover, door cards, all that kind of stuff from Etsy. So we'll see how that turns out. Fingers are crossed. And then I'm also gonna go through and do like the seat belts and the headliner and all that kind of stuff when we come back. But I think that I made a ton of progress on this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Get out there, get wrenching if you can. Until the next time, my friends, have a good one.
Classics are there.